Hey guys, the Texan Hunter here, coming back at you with another tutorial for the Hunter, Call of the Wild. Today I'm going to be talking about perk points. Now perk points are given to you throughout the game as you level up, and they help you get special abilities and stuff. So let's go ahead and get to the perks menu, which right here we see. Now I did another tutorial for skill points. You can look on my channel for that, and I'll throw a link in the top right hand corner to that right now. Okay, but today we're talking about perk points. Okay, so I've got 6 perk points, and I need to decide how to use them. Okay, now perk points, you can use them either on rifles, handguns, shotguns, or archery. Some things that you're going to buy apply to everything, and some apply only to the weapon of your choice. Now, personally, I am either an archer primarily or a rifle person. I don't do much with handguns or shotguns, but sometimes there's perk points or perks in these categories that actually are ones that I want. Now, let's talk about the ones that are valuable. Not every perk is going to be of a great help to you. Some are of much more help than others, some are not. Now, just like skill points, you have to start at the beginning, and these are all locked, so you can only start out by buying this one. You don't really have a choice, and then you can choose to go to here, from there, or down, or whatever. Okay, so let's read what these perks are. So what are we on right here? Let's go to rifle. Okay, so this is level, this one has 2 perks to unlock here, which level 1 unlocks the ability to ready your next shot without leaving aim mode for rifle and shotguns and handguns. So essentially what this means is, like, if you're using a bolt action, without this perk, when you fire, you have to leave aim mode to jack another shell in, okay? If you buy this perk, then when you fire, you can put another shell in the chamber without leaving aim mode. That's a very good perk, because sometimes when you shoot an animal, you want to stay on target and not have to switch out in order to fire again in case you just wounded it and you need to fire off a second shot. So that's a great, valuable perk. Okay, now this one up here is the hold breath. Basically decreases heart rate penalty from excelling, which reduces the cooldown until breath can be held again. When you're holding your breath to fire your gun, your heart rate goes up, okay, and which makes you more unstable. This one reduces that a little bit, so that you can hold your breath longer and your heart rate recovers faster. Okay, level 2 increases duration before you need to exhale when holding breath. Level 3 decreases aim wobble. All 3 of those are very good perks for shooting, and they apply to any weapon. So these are universal perks that apply to any weapon regardless. Okay, but let's go down to archery. Okay, so archery has some, this one here increases the time an arrow can be drawn in aim mode. This one here decreases wobble while moving in mode any weapon. So now we found 2 perks here. This one here, which decreases wobble. So actually that helps. Both of those perks are really good. Okay, so let's go on to this one. Let's see, this one here, decrease wobble when in aim mode, any weapon. So this has a decreased wobble in aim mode, which is level 3. Okay, and this one decreases wobble. Okay, so this one says unlocks short range 0, unlocks long range 0. Okay, unlocks ability to switch between different 0 distances in addition to the default medium range 0 on any weapon that supports it. Okay, that one there I really have no use for. I've never needed it. Okay, so hold your breath, increase zoom when using rifles with iron sights. Okay, so this one here, whenever you pull the gun up that you're not using the scope on, and look through the sights, when you start out, you're basically looking naturally. This one's going to give a little bit of zoom in, kind of like you're zooming through a scope. It's going to kind of zoom in closer to the animal, make it a little bit easier to use open sights. It also works with the bow too, so it's not just for rifles. Okay. Ability to gauge lateral wind direction and speed when in aim mode with any weapon. Honestly, I've made 600-yard shots, and I don't really worry about the wind too much, so that's also one that I'm not really, useful. I don't think this really that useful. Is it useful? Yes, a little bit, but you don't really need it in the game. Okay, in real life, it might help, but in this game, you don't really need it. So this one right here appears to me that these are the most valuable rifle perk points, or perks, that we have right here. Okay, handgun. Handgun's going to have a similar perk. Okay, ability to reload all weapons while running. Okay, that's not bad if you need to use that. Recover a steady aim faster after changing stance while using handguns only. Okay. Damage from animal attacks is reduced for a short duration after landing a shot on an aggressive animal. Okay, so basically if you shoot an animal that turns around and attacks you, it's not going to damage you as much. This is not really a concern because in this game, if you do die, it doesn't cost you anything. So it's not a big concern. This one right here. Ability to gauge the approximate distance to a target while aiming with any weapon. This is kind of useful, but it actually is not that valuable. You have to press the F button, and then the distance to the animal appears in a tiny box down in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And so it just basically, your heads-up display shows you what the distance is. So you have to look down, take your eyes off the animal. It doesn't appear in the scope itself, so I don't think it's that useful. But if you want to get to this one, you have to choose this one. So decreases reload time for all weapons and increases speed and accuracy of hip shots. Neither one of these really matter in the game. You don't need either one of these. So again, all three of these appear to, except for this one right here, this is not really important. So I wouldn't waste my perks on any of these. But this one right here does help a little bit. But this one right here unlocks the ability to reload all weapons while running. None of these are super useful in the game or necessary, so I wouldn't waste my perks on them. There are better perks to choose. Okay, shotgun. Decreases edge blur while using shotgun with iron sights, red dot, or holographic sight. Maybe. Okay, increases speed of entering and exit aim mode on any weapon. Now that one's actually useful because the faster you can get your gun up to sight, the faster you can shoot. Okay, this one here, weapon sights align faster after rotating with any weapon. Each level unlocks increase. I don't know. Less recoil when firing a weapon. To follow a hip shot sooner. Okay, and ability to trigger a tracer shot. That only applies to shotguns. And the ability to fire both chambers. This one right here is about the only one that I think that's worth a perk point right here, but you would have to unlock this one to get to this one. Let's go to archery. Okay, so I use the bow mostly, so this one I definitely want to hold the bow longer, except that I don't really hold it forever, so maybe one level here. Decrease wobble, yes, that's definitely, decrease wobble is a great thing, and that applies to all weapons. Increases arrow accuracy of all bows when shooting from the hip. I don't ever shoot from the hips, and I don't know how you would do it because it's really difficult to hit anything. Here it says unlock the ability to retrieve arrows. That's okay. And let's see here. Increases arm strength, means more draw strength. Increases the kinetic injury. This one helps you kill animals better because you get some more strength and unlocks the ability to enter aim mode while in prone. This one right here, if you're using the bow, you want to get to this one right here. This is your best bow archery perk right here. But you got to go through all these to get there. Okay? This is the one you want because you can shoot the bow laying down from complete cover, and it really helps you get up close to animals. So this is the best perk to try to get to. Remember, you've got to get all the way to here, and just like with skill points, you only get 11 total perks. So What I would use is, if you're going to be a bowman and use the bow, which I use a lot, this is the one that I want to get to. So rifle perks, these three right here, handgun perks, this one right here, okay. Shotgun perks, you know, that one right there, you know, is a little bit good, but mainly these three, this one right here, and that one right there are the ones that you want to go for. Okay, so I currently have 6 perk points. So what I'm going to do is just go for this one right off the bat. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy this. And then I'm going to buy this. All right, now I have that. Okay, then I have 2 left over. I'm going to come up here. And I want this one right here. Okay. And I think, let's see which one I want here. Decrease wobble. That's more important. Let's go ahead and buy that one. And now when I get new perks, I can go ahead and buy different levels of these. And that's what I'm going to do. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to use your perk points. I hope it's been useful, and I hope it wasn't too confusing. Well, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, this is the Texan Hunter reminding you to always walk softly and carry a big gun.